Thank you, Coach McCarty. Thank you, Big Wes. Two great guests now. Bring it back to me. Let's close out the episode. Let's talk about one great story that I'm really pumped about. This man right here, Tucker Kinney at Wartburg. You see right here, all conference. He's in all conference honors, placing tied for 5th at the ARC championships. That's their conference deal, that tournament. And you know what, Kobe, what's so special about this? Dude's an all-conference golfer. He's also an All-American offensive lineman for the Wartburg Knights. And it doesn't stop there. The dude didn't even play offensive line until college. I thought that is at least worth mentioning. Here's another story and picture of him here. If I can pull that up for some reason. Okay, there we go. But yeah, the dude didn't even play offensive line in high school, and then he goes into college at Wartburg, a squad that, many of us in the football world know is very prominent football squad. He goes in there and converts over to being an offensive lineman. Here's the shot right here of him. It says, didn't play offensive line in high school. In 2 years, turned into a D3 all-region left tackle. One of just a couple guys who have great stories over there at Wartburg. But, man, I'm reading this. I'm like, that's pretty incredible. And then you'll say, what did the dude look like in high school? I think that, did he not play offensive line, but he still had, the build, still had kind of those things going for him? This is a picture of Tucker in high school. Doesn't even look like the same human. This dude's a hooper. Look at this guy. He still obviously has the frame, and he's relatively tall, but, he can't weigh more than 215? I don't know, 200, 215, somewhere around there. He's put together, so I'll say 215, maybe 220, because he's got, like I said, he's got that big frame. Look at this guy. Athletic as all hell, and then makes the switch over to being an offensive tackle in college. That's not an easy transition by any means. This year, he averaged just about, throughout really his whole career, he averaged about 80. That was his scoring average on the golf team over there at Wartburg for the Knights. And this wasn't something that he just picked up this year. He's been on the team since 2020. And so this is really that was his 4th year of competing on the squad. And he's taken quite a pivotal role in their team, one of their better performers on that golf team. In the ARC championships, he did pretty well. I'm trying to find the scores here, but consistently a top team finisher in some of the competitions at the Cougar Preview, the Wartburg Spring Invite, the Upper Iowa Invite. This guy has continued to put up a really steady stat line, and he tied for 5th at the American Rivers Conference Championships, and that gave him the all-conference honors. So talk about a dude, when you're a high school athlete, you have no idea what the next 4 years look like. That could be changing sports to adding sports to gaining weight or losing weight. This guy coming out of high school, committed to this team, probably not even knowing he was going to be an offensive tackle. And kudos to the staff over there. They took a guy like that had a mold and was obviously athletic and had the intangibles and turned him into a high-caliber player at the Division III level. I think that's just such a neat story of a guy who was able to do it both. And it's also the benefit of going to a Division III school. You're not going to have those opportunities at a Division I and even sometimes at a Division II. Those things become even harder to do. And I think that is part of the appeal of Division III. You have guys that can make that jump and go into a transition like that. Obviously, a dude like that isn't going to step into a D1 FBS team and be a tackle. That shit just doesn't happen. Not to say it can't. Certainly could, but your chances are a lot slimmer, pal. So I think D3 is a great opportunity for these guys to go play, and the dude obviously is a very avid golfer, enjoys it, so he can have that and pursue his passion of football at the same time. It's too bad he wasn't on the hoops team there, too. It looked like the dude was a player. So maybe we need to get a 3-sport over there at Wartburg. But no, I thought that was a really cool story about a guy kind of just doing it all at the D3 level and making things happen for himself. But